decimating career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle of a game between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. This and much, much more live with Aaron and John. Yo. What's up, John?
Sup?
Excellent! Welcome, everybody, to Harry Hog Football episode number 463, in which yet we have our second debacle in 4 days.
Oh, man.
And no Josh.
The
screen looks good though, dude. That's
screen?
a shot from our seats.
Yeah, I took this from our seat with my phone. It looks pretty good for a phone shot, doesn't
It
it?
does. I like that.
The HTTR
it's like
flag.
46 yard, 47 yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our new background, completely legal now because,
Cell phones are legal.
I mean, because I just had it from some random website before. Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to our peanut gallery that's starting to fill in right now. Michael Graff and Texas Corpsman 100.
What's up?
There.
Alamo City.
They're all salty up in there as expected.
Man, yeah, no lie. In this podcast, we have to thank our longtime benevolent sponsor, Desmond C. Lee. Follow him on Desmond C. Lee 2. Right there, my huge hand.
On Twitter. And, man, he was getting into it on Twitter last week with your friend, Grant Pawson. Your dog.
My dog, Grant.
Grant
Paulson.
Your favorite sports commentator, Grant Pawson. Captain
Hello,
Obvious.
I'm Grant Paulson. I don't even know what Grant Paulson looks like because every time I see him on TV, I change it. He keeps coming on like Capital stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to watch Grant Paulson on there with a bunch of stony-faced Canadians.
Anyway, shout out Alamo City Live Music, who's about to board a plane. So, what's up, dude? When you get off the plane, you can go back and watch our podcast.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
What a crap hole of a game.
Oh, it was bad. I went back and rewatched it today, and it was actually, it was less painful the second time because I was trying to look at players that actually did well to get some positives out of this. And there were a few positives, I think. The defensive line is still a positive. Like, they were shutting down I don't know what his yards ended up with, Ezekiel Elliott, but the defensive front four were hanging out, or front three, I guess.
Hold on, let me look. Since Josh is not here,
they were shutting him down most of the game. I mean, he's got some runs in there on him, but
he did near the end.
Yeah,
for sure.
For the beginning half, those guys, along with I think Preston Smith, he missed the one. He's the dude that missed the sack on Dak where he scrambled and got that crazy touchdown, right?
I think so.
But other than that, he looked pretty good.
And oh man, there's so many negatives, man. There's so many negatives in this game. People couldn't tackle.
But I'm going through the positives first.
Oh, all right. We're done with the positives.
No, we're not. I got some more.
All right.
Josh Doxson had a pretty big game.
Again, yeah, true.
Reed had a pretty big game.
Reed did have a good game. Ezekiel Elliott ended up with 121 yards.
Yeah.
And 22
yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
air.
which is kind of crazy, and I think I want to say about that. I was thinking about that because just rewatching the game, I was like, man, our line just keeps shutting them down and shutting them down. Then he got a couple big runs. You know why? Because the Cowboys, unlike the Redskins, didn't abandon the run. Even though he was getting shut down early, he wore on, and then eventually he started breaking some runs.
Yeah. Amari Cooper went 180 yards, had 2 touchdowns.
You want to know why?
We could have had him. We could have had him. We could have given up 2 first-round picks for him. You think that would have been worth it?
I don't know.
Not with the quarterback situation we have now. Because Pew 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 did not have a good game.
Your dog.
He is my dog. But yeah,
he didn't have a good game, but except for his mistakes, as the game went on, it's hard to say this. But as the game went on, he looked more comfortable, but at the same time, he was getting a little more haphazard with his passes.
Yeah, because he was getting more and more pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, I went back.
Go ahead, sorry.
Trent Williams was huge in this game. He was like splattering dudes.
He was the other side of the line with one job. Moses wasn't.
No, he wasn't.
One job, dude.
And you know who else really? All right, I'm done with the positives. Wait, I'm not done with the positives. A few more positives.
Jeez, for real.
I got a few more positive. How could you overlook the positive of Trey Quinn?
Trey Quinn.
That one touchdown was all on him. The kick return, and then he actually made the touchdown.
Yeah, he had a great game. He might get my game ball. Jameson Crowder's about to run out of his rookie contract. We got Quinn. I don't know. We got to go sign some like high-end number 1 receivers again in this offseason. And I don't know if we can keep Crowder. Keep Crowder, who keeps getting more and more hurt, and Quinn.
Is Crowder going to play? Quinn was fast.
Crowder may not play again this year.
And had awesome hands in this game.
He did. So far, he was good. I mean, I saw. I mean, he went to SMU, the Mustangs. It's not a huge school. I know they were really big back in the 80s before they got the death penalty and everything. But I watched him play in a couple games last year, and he was pretty good. I was like, all right. When I saw we drafted him, I was like, cool. I wasn't just like, whoa, he's awesome. But I was like, yeah, cool. Maybe he would be able to help us on special teams or something. And now he's like starting and
he's going to be an awesome slot dude. So like you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like him or Crowder. And Crowder's going to want, like, someone's going to give him bucks, I guess. But, I mean, he's starting to get hurt a lot. So
is he going to play again this season?
I don't think he will.
Well, he better if he wants to stay on the squad because Quinn looked good in special teams and receiving.
Yeah. Vernon Davis got that touchdown. And
yeah, VD was wide open for like the 3rd week in a row and actually got one this time.
Yeah.
That was a nice pass.
It was.
And that was because I forget who it was. Someone picked up a big block on the right side to allow him to scramble a little bit and throw that ball. Yeah. But if you had a chance, I know you probably don't want to go back and watch the game, but if you watch some of those moves Trent Williams was putting on dudes, like there was one move where he was starting to get pushed back.
Yeah.
And he just like turned it around, like instead of like just falling back like one job Moses would have done or Laval, he was off balance, but he like takes the guy, lets him come at him, but then spins and just like knocks him down.
You know what that is? That's a veteran. That's a veteran move right there.
It was like all martial arts style, like use the other person's strengths to their detriment or your benefit.
Use the other person's strength for the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, I think I'm done with the positives. Should I kick into the negatives? Josh
Yes. Good God. Josh Norman. Quentin Dunbar obviously cannot feel his leg. Probably shouldn't have been out there.
Yeah, Dunbar shouldn't have been out there, and that's on the coach.
Oh, don't even get me started. Cut. We've been trying to get Jay Gruden fired for a year and a half. And now I'm just like, why are we even bothering?
Yeah, I mean, if you see that your dude is not healthy, pull him out of the game. He
doesn't make adjustments. He can't manage the freaking clock. Why is there? Why?
Yeah, like the whole end of the game when you're down 2 scores and they're letting the play clock run down within 10 on every play with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, exactly.
You might as well just punt it.
It's awful.
It was bad. Yeah, it was not pretty. I do like the way that the team did not give up. I can say that at least. Like they fought the whole time, and they just had these mistakes. 3 turnovers from your dog McCoy didn't help.
My dog, yeah, he had one that was just absolute. A couple of them that were absolute. Just ducks, man.
Like the one was Moses that missed the chop, not the chop block, the cut down block.
Yeah.
And then he threw it right to Marcus Lawrence, who's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
All right, yeah. Texas Corman 100 points out that on the first drive he called a shotgun play on 3rd and 1. Yeah. What is this stuff? Dude, he does like the dumbest things. The dumbest.
Yeah, really. I mean, it's,
Josh Norman, dude, the first drive was Josh Norman giving that up.
As usual. I'm not impressed at all. I mean, DJ Swearinger just keeps calling people out every week. And I don't know if people are just getting numb to it or what, but he's right about pretty much everything he's saying. And he's been generally kicking butt.
He played pretty well in this game. He had 1 or 2, but you know who else sucked in this game? Ha Clinton Dix. He took some bad angles. He was half responsible for that second Amari Cooper touchdown.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was doing. Some kind of rodeo clown stuff. Because he was funny in that play. But, yeah, McCoy, I mean, whew.
I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say that we haven't already said about it for that game.
I do.
I got my game
linebackers. Mason Foster is so freaking slow, and I don't know what's going on with Zach Brown, but he's getting slower too. He's not nearly as fast as he was last year.
Yeah, and I mean, I think did I hear he had a knee issue or something like that? I can only imagine. Sometimes I forget this. Sometimes, especially at this time of year, some of these guys are playing hurt. Maybe he's playing hurt, but neither one of these guys is beating anybody at a sprint at all. They're just so. I mean, Mason Foster's kind of a beast and everything, but you can't get him to chase anybody.
Yeah, every team that plays us knows that they can send like a 5-yard drag route, if that's what it's called. I'm not a football. I don't claim to be a professional football play dude. But that crossing pattern at like 5 yards out, every time the receiver will catch it and you'll see Mason Foster like 10 yards behind him, and then the guy gets the corner and gets like 12 yards out of it.
Yeah.
Every time.
What are Mason Foster's numbers? Because he always has like big numbers. He had 8 total tackles, 2 solos, 6 assists.
Yeah, 6 of those 8 were after a 12-yard gain.
Preston Smith had 3 solos and 5 assists, and he had a sack and a half.
Yeah, how many sacks did we have? It seemed like we
had 4.
We should have had more. We should have had that one on the touchdown.
Yeah, that was just awful.
And there was another one where we should have had one, and he was able to throw it. And I'm always like, why can't they just cover dude's arms up? Or was that last week? I don't know. It's all blended together with these losses. It was like 4 days ago. I mean, before that Texans game, we were like, in 4 days we can have control of the division, or we could. Those 4 days were an important step for the Redskins, and we did not take the step. We're back into mediocrity like always.
No, we did exactly what it seemed like. Colt McCoy had a sophomore slump. If you want to call the first game as comeback this year, he had the typical sophomore slump that you would hear about. And yeah, I'm ready for the injury report. It's huge.
Do you have the injury report? Because Josh isn't here. And I don't think Rabbit Rads is in here. What's up with that? Let's give a shout out to the people that are in the chat room. Matt Lines, yo times 4, he says.
Yo.
Texas Corman 100. Boston Skins is back in the room.
Oh, yeah. Right on.
I think Alamo City had to head out somewhere. They're still all pumped for the Eagles game.
Man, and that's another thing. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. But man, Monday Night Football. Here we go again.
We suck on Monday nights.
We always suck on Monday nights.
I think that Vegas automatically gives the other team 7-point spread if we're playing them on Monday night.
Yeah.
And in Philly, no less.
And now people know that. Like, everyone knows that. They've been saying it on ESPN even.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. But anyway, Bryce Johnson is from Las Vegas. He knows all about that. He's in the peanut gallery.
The chat.
Welcome to the chat, Bryce Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Johnson.
Well, so far they're saying Jamison Crowder is optimistic for Monday night, but he hadn't practiced all week.
All right, let's go to the injury report. And I still don't have the sound effect. So, wait, here's the injury report music. You ready?
I got a rash, man. I got a rash, man. I got a rash, man.
Pilar?
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm just gonna run right down the wrist. Tony Bergstrom, limited practice.
Hip.
Knee. James Crowder did not practice. Now, he had ligament damage in his ankle, so he was more hurt than I think people than he was letting on. So right now, Bergstrom questionable, Crowder questionable. Dunbar is practicing. He's questionable. He really shouldn't have been out there last week at all. Let's see who else we've got in here. Sama JP Ryan, limited today, questionable.
I hope he doesn't
Chris
play.
Thompson did not play. They're saying he's out still.
Really? Because last week they're like, he might come in, and now they're saying he's out?
Yeah, but I mean, this is Redskins.com, so what do you want? So, and Trent Williams is questionable because of his thumb, but he's getting better.
He's playing.
Man, still mad about that game. Golly.
We could have won it.
Way to ruin our Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Way to
thanks
go,
a lot.
Dan Snyder.
Thanks a lot, Redskins.
So
It's
that's
going to be
the
hard to
injury
choose
report
my
right now.
kick. I can tell you that much.
Oh, I've got them all lined up.
Bryce Johnson says he's been a fan since '99.
Wow, really?
His brother Brad Johnson at quarterback helped. He's listening to every episode. Thanks, Bryce. '99, we were living in New York, driving down to
We
Washington
were
for the
living in
game.
New York. We had season tickets. We were driving down to the games.
No, we didn't have season tickets. We kept getting them from Cheryl. Remember, she had the season tickets.
Oh, that's right. We hadn't gotten them yet. We got them like right at the end of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeez.
I remember that one game we came back from, and you popped your tire on the curb.
That one game because we lost to the Eagles and it was late and it was like 5-something in the morning. We drove up and I went to park the car and it was like boom, and we just sank at the front right corner. And it was a piece of metal sticking out of the curb because it's New York City.
Was that the game where the Eagles fans, pulled the guns in the parking lot even though they won?
Yes.
I remember there was some BS call about pass interference that did not happen or did happen.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter. It was 10 years ago. He doesn't
was
know what yellow cake means.
Like 20 years ago.
Uncle John likes yellow cake.
You know that Uncle John likes it. Yellow cake, yellow cake, yellow cake, yellow cake. Yellow cake.
Early in the morning. Yellow cake.
Got some yellow cake. Yellow cake.
All right,
Yeah.
transactions that the
Hold on,
Redskins have gone through.
yellow cake, dude. All right, if you want to know what it is,
Yellow
we
cake.
talked about it at some point in the last year, I think. Basically,
Ago, I think.
John was searching the internet for a picture of Mark Brunell back in the 90s,
Back in the day.
and
Mark
something
Brunell.
came up, and it was a picture of, I guess, Mark Brunell, like a close-up of his
It was a close-up of
waist area.
his waist area,
and
dressed in a gold
jockstrap.
jockstrap.
And it said yellow cake in the
When
caption.
it said yellow cake.
In the caption.
Caption. And then like the next day it was gone. Like we tried to find it the next day. I was like, it's gone. Because I don't know, Mark Brunell probably got mad. Someone took picture of his junk and put it on the internet.
Dude, we should do another search right now of Mark Brunell yellow cake. And see what
I am gonna search it right now.
Yellow cake.
Mark,
Dude, that was like back in the day when Josh printed us up some press passes, and we went to the Virginia Beach Blitz, and we're like, yeah, we're here from Harry Hog Football Press, and they were like, oh, okay, well, here's your press pass, and we're like, sweet, it worked, and we like got in, and we were like able to interview the players and stuff. It's not as easy anymore.
Yeah. Mark Brunell yellow cake is the first things coming up are like the American Historical Review, Oxford Academic, yellow cake towns, which means like a uranium mining. Wow, that's crazy.
But nothing about Mark Brunell's yellow cake.
What the images come up as.
Yellow.
Some dude getting housed in what looks like men playing field hockey, so it's got to be Europe. Yellow cake at a uranium mine. Yellow cake at a uranium mine.
It's gone forever. Someone took down the picture of Mark Brunell's yellow cake. He probably sued them.
He probably sued them. That's why it disappeared so quick. We just were really lucky to be on and see the yellow cake.
I don't know if luck is the correct term.
Yellow cake.
It was funny though.
It was funny.
All right, are we done with the injury report?
Yeah, everything about yellow cake now is not related to football. I'm done with the injury report. Transactions. Casanova McKenzie, my dog, got on the injured reserve list after half a game. Casanova. And we signed some linebacker named Josh Carraway. I hope he's got some speed.
That's what I said. And we
Speaking
also
of-
signed.
Speaking of, as you guys know, the last few days, we the Redskins have taken a lot of heat for signing Reuben Stinkin' Foster
From the 49ers, who cut him like a few days before for allegedly
hitting,
slapping a woman.
He's having problems with his ex-girlfriend.
Is on again, off again, or something like that.
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend.
Like, you know, it's America, so you should be innocent until proven guilty. But the last thing that a team that's in such disarray as the Redskins needed to do was to sign Reuben Foster. And I mean, he may never even make the field. He's on like the exemption list from the commissioner, so he's suspended. So he may never even make the field for the Redskins.
Yeah, and I mean, I think reading from what Doug Williams said, like, what harm is it in signing him and wait and see if he's guilty or not? Because if he's not guilty,
he's not guilty.
Then we have the rights to him. If he is guilty, we just cut it, right?
Yeah. I mean, he was a first-round pick just a year and a half ago.
So we really gave up nothing with the possibility of getting a player if he's not guilty.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we got to do anything we can get. Our linebackers are slow. Is he an inside linebacker, I hope?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he's another Alabama defensive player.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah, this dude that he hit, right, his ex-girlfriend is someone that he, like, slapped the phone out of her hand, pushed her in the chest area, slapped her with the open hand on the right side of her face, according to her police report. But then he goes back and that was like the first time that he got charged with that, but I don't know if it was dropped or what. I don't know. You guys can look it up. All I know is that he has not been convicted of anything yet. So, I mean,
I think it's
I don't know. With Dan Snyder really being like against domestic violence, as we all should be, it's pretty ironic to see that his team signed him. But like you said, if he's proven innocent, then
that's the problem, dude. The problem is what you just said. He shouldn't have to be proven innocent. He should have to be proven guilty.
Yeah,
but
really.
In today's day, you got to prove someone innocent. Let's just face it. So, in the in the event that he's proven innocent, we will have signed a first-round pick for virtually nothing, except we're back at the end of the waivers claim list, right?
I think we assume his rookie contract, but we've got the salary cap space to do that.
Right now we do, even if he never plays? Because he's
if he is, yeah, we don't do it now because he's suspended, so he didn't get paid. But if he ends up going on the Redskins roster, we would assume what's left of his rookie contract.
David Herzing is saying that this chick made up the first allegation and he thinks she's crazy. So we'll see.
I've heard that a lot. So, I mean, we'll have to see. Like I said, we can't. People proclaim people guilty a lot before they really know the facts. I don't really even know the facts. So,
will Reuben Foster be a huge upgrade to Mason Foster and Zach Brown? Because I can't say I know I've heard of him before and probably seen him play, but I've never like really watched him. Is he really good? I'm asking you guys. Is he really good?
He could be. He was first round pick. Roll Tide.
Well, pretty soon we're gonna have our entire defense as Alabama. Why don't we just buy Alabama, Dan Snyder, and make them our farm team? That's fun. Dude, it would. I mean, how would football be, dude? Seriously, how would football be if
they had minor league teams? Like
not
baseball.
even minor league teams, but what if colleges aligned themselves with the pros so that they were the minor league teams? So you had like a whole farm
who's
system.
going to align with the Redskins because it's going to be like James Madison and Elon and William and Mary, like one AA powerhouses. Excuse me, football championship subdivision powerhouses.
No, we get Virginia Tech.
North Dakota State.
We get Virginia Tech, and we get
like
Alabama.
Region. You're thinking regionally. Well, then we wouldn't get Alabama, like Georgia or
Dude, we've already
New
got
Orleans.
Alabama. They're our farm team.
Yeah, but if we did that, we'd have to figure it out, like who's going to get who. Like Alabama's going to go to like New Orleans or to maybe New Orleans or New England. Any of these new cities will do.
All right.
Not going to go to Washington, that's for sure.
Boston Skin says he'd be a major upgrade over Mason. So
that's what they're saying. I mean, we'll see if he plays.
Dude,
I don't know. It again, like I'm not even reading. I started reading it and I was like, why am I even reading this? I don't care what I don't care what's going on. If they find out he's innocent, I'll say okay. If they find out he's guilty, I'll say okay. I hope we cut him.
David Herzing said he fell to the 31st pick because of that girl's accusation, so he could have been top 10 otherwise. So how has he done, though, is my question. Since
he's done, I think, above average, but he's not great.
Okay.
But he was on San Francisco. They've been terrible.
I saw something funny this morning when I was perusing Amazon looking for Christmas presents for people. Yeah. I saw a coloring book. And it had this guy sitting on a couch looking all sad, and it was called "Why Is Daddy Sad on Sundays?" And the subtitle was something about a Cleveland Browns fan's 12 moments of, whatever, debacleness or something. And it was a coloring book with a dad I was cracking up. I was like, they need a Redskins one for that. I could fill in a bunch of those moments.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
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 So before we go into our games and kicks, the one other thing that a lot of fans on Twitter were yelling about, even though to me it was a sub problem in the game, were the referees. Now, the thing that I got bent out of shape was there was a penalty when first of all, there was a lot of bad calls on the field, but the most blatant one to me was how Mike Pereira explained away that Zeke pulled out $21 and gave it to Salvation Army. As soon as he touched $21 in the end zone celebration, that should have been a 15-yard penalty.
Immediately.
And they didn't call it because he was giving it a donation. That was Mike Pereira's explanation, which just goes to show how much the refs stroke the Cowboys. If the Redskins would have done that, penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw when they did it later and they finally actually called the penalty. Did you see what happened on the kickoff? We had a nice return. We got it up to like the 40 or something because they had to kick off from the 20. Now, if we could have done that twice, that could have been a big difference in the game. I'm just saying.
Well, that penalty was just egregious, and I think like that. I mean, he works for Fox, so Mike Pereira's not going to get in trouble for that, even though he should. But for them to be like, ho, 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 what do you think, Joe Yuck? Well, I don't know. Troy Yuckman? What do you think, Mike Yuckerera?
What do you think, Terrence? I don't think it's a penalty because he donated. And he's a cowboy.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Anyway.
So that was just. It would be infuriating if it wasn't so true. Maybe it is infuriating because it's so true. What do you guys think, Harry Hog Nation?
They love the refs in this. There was another pass. That's what I thought should have been a pass interference call that wasn't made.
Yeah.
But anyway, do we want to do anything else?
It doesn't matter because we can't do anything about it after the game. That's why I don't really freak out about the referees so much. This call was just like egregiously stupid, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can't do anything about it. It doesn't matter. Games they don't go back into the court system and like fix a game. Oh my God, the ball touched the ground when Franco Harris caught the immaculate reception or anything like that. You know, they 0% do that. 0%.
Oh, so I'm reading in the Twitter quote. So yeah, there was the play on the face mask that wasn't.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was another one. It was. I mean, it was like the gods of football were against us in this game.
Yeah,
and partially because Fox, especially of all the networks, just loves stroking Dallas.
Yeah, and Michael Graff is pointing out, and this is why I said it was a secondary concern. Our defense couldn't stop. Well, they couldn't stop Amari Cooper, which opened up things for Zeke. And that started with Josh Norman on the first drive, and then it extended to people like Fabian Moreau and C-Dix. Yeah. Not too impressed with C-Dix out there. He had a bad game.
Yeah. But, he's only 2 games in or so. I guess 3 now.
But the front 3 were good, as usual.
I guess, but I mean, he's still
got 120 yards.
He's still got 121 yards himself.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't good when it mattered most.
It's true. Anyway, all right. Well, let's go into our. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Here we go. And now, the coveted and ever elusive Game Ball Award. Game Ball Awards. Last week, John gave his Game Ball Award to Alex Smith for removing himself from the game,
getting himself out of further harm's way.
and I gave my Game Ball to, I don't remember, but it's going to pop up here in a minute. And anyway, so John, go ahead and do the honors with the first Game Ball of this week.
My Game Ball goes to Quinn. Quinn.
Quinn.
Got a touchdown. Caught a lot of passes.
Awesome 2 good kick returns.
Yeah.
And he had a big first down.
Play. Very few people did, but he did. So Quinn.
Okay, I was kicking around who I was going to give mine to, and it was coming down between, well, Quinn, if you wouldn't have, but also Trent Williams. I thought he had a big game playing injured, just rewatching it. And I thought that Doxson had a big game. And I thought that Jordan Reed had a big game. And VD had a big game. All of those guys. But
they did.
You know how much I love the fatties on the line. And I'm giving my game ball to Trent Williams because seeing him playing hurt and adjusting how he had to play against some of those guys. And he was still effective.
He was.
I'm giving it to Trent Williams.
not Moses. Supposes.
Yeah, yo, Shanny's glass eyes in the chat.
Yo.
What's up, dude? So I'm giving my game ball to Trent Williams. If you guys go back and watch the game again, you'll see what I mean. I'm pretty sure you'll agree that he had a good game.
Yeah.
And a shout out to those other dudes. And a shout out to Capri Bibbs too.
Yeah.
All right, in the chat room, let's see who's giving out game balls. No one? No one's giving out a game ball. It's a little bit behind,
A couple
right?
people did for Quinn.
Someone gave one to Quinn. Yeah, I have high hopes that we finally found a good slot man.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give him a few more seconds because I know there's a delay here to see who the game balls are. Michael Graff is giving his to Harry Hogg and the Peanut Gallery gang for sticking with the Skins after that game. Yeah. Good
Boston Skins, good call because we didn't even talk about butt fumble. He said, "I'll never forget when Mark Sanchez wiped his booger on Mark Brunell." He's so right about that.
What is that? I don't remember this.
He was just like, he was like,
"Oh yeah, I do."
Remember that? And everyone was like, "What? What is he doing?"
Dude, we got to find the clip for that and bring it on next week. I got to make myself a note. I'm going to write this on my note. It's just going to sit on my desk all week. It's going to say, find clip of booger.
Find clip of booger.
Find clip of Sanchez's booger on Mark Brunell's yellow cake.
And poor Mark Brunell, he's got his yellow cake online. He's getting boogers wiped on him by butt fumble.
Find booger video.
Find booger.
Booger on yellow cake.
Yellow cake.
Booger. We'll call it the booger cake episode. Yeah, I do remember that. That was like 10 that was like
I want to say that
Mark
Brunell was on the bench or something, and Brunell, or he was behind him, and he was just like wiped in on us. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I remember it.
That was after Mark Brunell left the Redskins, right? And went
Yeah.
It's coming back to me. I remember the booger. I just couldn't remember the situation of why they were on the Jets.
Booger and the Jets.
Good call, Boston Skins. Find booger video. I've got it right here. Walking across my desk, I look down and there's a stink bug.
Whoa. I got one of those on my back at work a few weeks ago. I just looked over on my shoulder and I was like, "Whoa, what are you doing on there?"
It flew away. It's on my wall now.
Oh, crap.
I'll get it later. I know how to deal with them. You get like a piece of toilet paper and you gently pick them up and then just flush them down the toilet. Otherwise, they'll stink up the place if you kill them.
Yep. Yeah, you got to be careful of that. I just walked to the front door and I was like, "Excuse me." And I opened the front door in front of all the security. I was like, "Psh."
Let's see.
Excuse me, you guys.
Game ball to Trey Quinn from Shanny's Glass Eye. And Quinn from Matt Lyons.
No, Shannon's Glass Eye said Tress Way, team MVP.
We got to try to get Tress Way on here because he's hilarious, dude.
I'd love to have him on here.
I'm going to try to tweet at him and see if he'll be on the podcast. Anyway.
Yes, Way. Tress Way.
Tress Way, dude.
Tress Way.
All right, so with that being said, it's time for the inevitable.
All right.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award. Kicking the Balls Award is brought to you by Ridapoo.
Stink Bugs Anonymous.
Stink bugs.
Sounds like a.
All right, so you gave your game ball to
Quinn,
and I gave mine to Trent. All right, I'm writing it down so that
right next to don't forget Booger.
All right, I got those notes right here. Okay, so you want me to go first on the kick, or do you want to go first?
I want to go first.
Go for
it. You know who I'm going to kick?
McCoy.
Pew, pew, pew! Colt McCoy.
Yeah, you put your faith in him and then answered with 3 picks. He could have had 2 more at least.
And he lost fumble. Well, he didn't lose it, but we got it back. But still, just bad. He had a sophomore slump. Hopefully that means he's going to be great this Monday night. We'll see.
Okay, I kicked around.
And you were going to get me a pew 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 jersey.
I already did. I got it on
But
special after last game. I got it. It was super on sale after Thursday.
I bet
Black
they were.
Friday sale. Black Friday. Those things are $2.
It should be 3 for his 3 picks.
But shipping was $5, so I was like, never mind.
Never mind.
Okay, so here we go. I was kicking around who to give mine to. I was considering the following people. Josh Norman for giving up 3,000 yards.
Again.
Well, not all his fault to Amari Cooper, but a bunch of them he gave up.
Mm-hmm.
I was also kicking around Mason Foster for just not being able to cover anybody.
He's a good tackler most of the time. He's
if he can catch the person.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to have to give I also was kicking around Fabian Moreau for getting burnt. But I'm going to have to give mine to HaHa Clinton Dix. He was taking bad angles the entire game, in my opinion.
And that's I mean, I did not know that Clinton Dix did that. When I've seen Clinton Dix play, he gets like interceptions and whatnot. And now with the Redskins, he's kind of sucked. And that may be just because it's a new team. I don't know, but got to get in the game, son.
Yeah, on that one, he should have been there to make that tackle on that long. Was it like a 90-yard touchdown?
Amari
Cooper.
One of them, yeah.
Did you see him like dance inside? And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then there was another couple plays when I went back and watched it. He took some bad angles too. But anyway, and I'm also giving a giant kick to Jay Gruden for horrible clock management again and dumb play calls. Shotgun on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, really.
Jay Gruden just needs to move forward or backwards or back to arena.
Yeah.
All right, let's head into the peanut gallery and see who they're giving their kicks to. It looks like Matt Lyons is giving his to McCoy. He looked panicky and had a bad game. Yeah, he had some good moments, but those interceptions were pretty bad.
I mean, you expect that. You want Colt McCoy. At least he was throwing the ball down the field, which I mean, yeah. Alex Smith would have been like, I don't know, like have 22 for 35, which for like 150 yards and no picks and no touchdowns. So what do you want?
What were McCoy's numbers? Do I even want to know?
Hey, McCoy's numbers. I was looking up Matt Ioannidis because I haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah, didn't he go out with an injury?
He did. I'm gonna go back to him. Colt McCoy went 24 for 38 for 268, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 3 sacks. Moses.
Yeah. So it's like you said, the numbers are gonna be bigger, but you're gonna have that interception number too that's bigger.
Yeah. All right. They're saying. I don't know. I haven't seen. There's nothing.
If he's not on the injury report.
He's not on the injury report, so I'm hoping that he'll be all right, but I would have expected him to be on there.
Oh, dude, speaking of, the Cowboys are playing the Saints tonight. If the Cowboys beat the Saints, I'm going to be very depressed.
Oh, man. All you can think is that the Saints are just going to whoop them up, like 50 to like 13 or something like that. So,
I hope.
That's what you hope.
But you never know because the refs could be stroking. They're on the Cowboys bandwagon now that Drew Brees got his record.
They love New Orleans, though. They love New Orleans. And New Orleans, Sean Payton's got the Cowboys' number.
I hope.
He has, man. Ever since he left there, he's had their number. He can call up Jerry Jones whenever he wants. Steal his wine. He did that, He went to a restaurant and, stole the wine when I stole it, but drank the wine that Jerry Jones loved. And when he left, he was like waved or something and like sent him the empty bottle, and they didn't have any more or something like that. There was a story like that, and Sean Payton was like, hey.
Nice. Jerry Jones and his son couldn't have that wine. And his son. Man, I blame Jerry Jones' son for them not getting, what's his face? Why can't I think of his name? He's in the Canadian League now, that quarterback from the Browns.
That guy from Texas A&M, Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, Johnny Football.
Man, was it the Manchise as opposed to the butt fumble?
Yeah.
The Sanchez.
Remember when, like, Jerry Jones is all about to draft him, and the last minute you see his son being like,
who's like, no!
And we were like, foiled again. Thanks to Jerry Jones and his son. All right.
What's going to suck is one day Jerry Jones is going to die, and his son's going to take over the Cowboys, and then they'll be good, finally.
Yeah, that's going to really suck.
Yeah.
Maybe by that
Not the
time,
Redskins.
Maybe it'll be sold. The Redskins will be sold.
Oh, that'd be great. We need Josh's prediction to come true. Speaking of, it's time for Aaron's precarious predictions. If I can stop.
Oh, yeah, here's that music, remember? All right. Here's my precarious predictions. I took a downfall last week. I was way off. I said that the Redskins were going to whip up on the Cowboys and win like 38-10 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I did make some of my predictions in that game came true, such as Amari Cooper burning Norman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was about it.
Yep.
But anyway, so I was off a little bit in that game. It's because I hate the Cowboys so much that my eyes were blinded.
Blinded by the light.
I went with my heart instead of my mind. But this week, I'm gonna go.
That means that you're a true Redskins fan because that's what happens.
This week I'm gonna go with my mind in my predictions versus the Eagles, who suck. But what they've got going for them are that the Redskins are playing on Monday night. What's our record on Monday Night Football? Do you know? Is it like 1-100?
It's like 2-15 or 13 or 17 or something like that, or 3 maybe. It's absolutely horrible. I mean, like I said, ESPN is talking about it, so we know it's bad.
And one of them was the game where we sucked for 58 minutes and then scored 14 points with Santana Moss. Santana. So if they sign Santana Moss this week for this week's game only, it might change my prediction a little bit.
Yeah, truly, we could use him.
But they're not going to.
Nope.
So here's what's going to happen. The Eagles are going to have an awakening on Monday night. The Super Bowl champs, who have sucked all year, are going to go into Philly versus our beat-up, dejected team after a loss.
Dejection.
In Big D. The Eagles are going to jump out to a 10-point lead with only 5 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Oh, no!
Redskins will get the ball back, drive down, get a little traction, get 3 points. It'll be 10-3 at the end of one. Traction. The Eagles will drive down it again. Second quarter, kick a field goal, 13-3. Redskins will drive down and throw a pass to Jordan Reed for a touchdown, 13-10.
Pew, pew, pew.
Eagles will drive all the way down to the 2-yard line, and as they're about to cross the goal line, bam, bam, DJ Swearinger knocks the ball out. Picked up, returned to the 2-yard line with 1 minute and 23 seconds left on the clock. However, Jay Gruden squanders the time. And we end up having to kick a field goal, not because we got to fourth down, but because Jay Gruden, poor clock management, just had the dudes walk all the way from the other goal line up and waste all the time on the clock.
All the time.
So we'll kick a field goal. And what's the score? 13-all at half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So next quarter, third quarter, Redskins get the ball. They drive down and hit VD on a touchdown.
Yeah.
Redskins take their first lead of the game, 20-13.
All right.
Eagles drive down, throw a pick.
What?
Ha ha. Clinton
Showing up finally.
shows up in this game, gets a pick. It's not a pick six. So what's the score at this point? 13-10?
20-13?
No, 20-13. Yeah. 2013 Redskins drive down, kick another field goal. 23-13. Not much happens the rest of the game, and then the Eagles get another field goal at the end. Final score 23-16.
Yeah.
Redskins finally pull one out on Monday Night Football. 23-16, and the Redskins will go 7-5 on the season.
7-5.
Which will
Still
also be my precarious prediction record. Meanwhile, hopefully the Cowboys lose tonight, and the Redskins, for at least 1 week, will be back in first place. Funny. I wanted to mention this before we go. Funny how the Redskins sent an email out that said, after the Redskins fall to Dallas, they're still tied for first place. When in actuality, they're in second place because of the way the tiebreakers
second
roll.
place. Yep.
So, anyway, I just wanted to point that out.
The Redskins really tried to like put a little pixie dust on the S storm that was that Monday night or that Thursday afternoon game. And then they signed Reuben Stinkin' Foster. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully things will turn towards the upside this week. Hopefully with the Cowboys loss this evening, that game to about kickoff in 20 minutes, followed by a Redskins victory on Monday night. I will be in Knoxville. We should have Josh on next podcast because he's going to be here in Louisville on Thursday, and I'm going to be doing the podcast, and he's either going to be taking a dump or being on the podcast with me. That's all I gotta
Josh
say.
should be with me at my house. Josh would be like, "Can I borrow your microwave?"
No, I was hoping I could, like, take it with me.
I'm gonna take it with me.
Anyway, about rounds it out. I think my email's working again. It stopped working for a while. I didn't tell you that. But you can send me some email, Aaron at harryhogfootball.com. You can reach us at harryhog on Twitter. You can always check out the podcast on wherever you get your podcasts, including TuneIn Radio, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and of course you can watch the videos archived on YouTube. Join us next week live on YouTube. Join the chat. I'd like to give a shout out to all the people in the chat room: Michael Graff, Shanny's Glass Eye, David Herzing, Matt Lyons, Alamo City Live Music, Boston Skins, Bryce Johnson in the house.
Bryce. Boston Skins cracked me up talking about the book. Texas Corpsman 100.
Texas Corpsman 100.
DJ
Michael
Cool.
Graff. I'm a DJ Cool 4. And I'd like to give a shout out to everybody. Hail to the Redskins. And even though it's going to be nearly impossible to do it this way, you'll find a way. If you see a Cowboys fan,
You can joke them.
joke
You know what?
'em.
They're always looking for attention. So joke them!